Hi everyone, Sasha here from Mountain Pass, here with Jesse, and we're excited to share with you some developments on the 2024 Model 3. Now this is obviously not 2024, but we're here in Canada and you can't get the car here yet. So our good friend Chris invited us down and we were able to test our C125 Motec display, party box. We created a special module that clears all the codes so you can use our coilovers, big brake kit, pretty much the whole MPP catalog. So what do you think about the 2024 so far? You've had some feedback with different customers and
I think the US one is really great.
yeah.
I don't know what the rest of the world's going to get.
That's another reason why we haven't even ordered one yet. Yeah, exactly. They have less power. Non-US cars have a different battery and less power. So it's definitely interesting. The car has so much more power, but it also overheats much more quickly. So yeah, double-edged sword.
Yeah, I've received some frustrated emails about how they can only do one lap. It's one really fast lap, for sure.
Yeah, and Chris feels the same way, right? And that was one of the main guys. So we'll share that with you. We'll go over some data and show you some different things that we've come up with, including a little bit of a module to actually lower your power if you want to be able to do consistent lapping. So while we're in the performance business, it does seem of some interest in just being able to run for longer at a lower power level. So let's check it out.
Hey everyone, you join me at Lime Rock Park for a lap in the new Model 3 Performance. So I tried to give a bit of a gap here to the cars in front. It's a very busy track day. But as you can see, that did not last very long. So we're just passing this E46 on our left here, making our way into turn 1. And so I'd say, the most notable thing about the new Performance 3 is that the rear has quite a bit more power. So unlike the old car, which was really more of a sort of point and shoot operation, this car, really the rear end wants to come around a bit, so it does require a lot more input. And you can kind of see me sawing at the wheel here. So tires are still working their way up to temperature. They're not quite there. Got 85% SOC on the pack at the start of this lap. So definitely the car has more in it. It's the first real track day with the car, so just trying to keep it on the paved surface. We carried quite a bit more speed through that last corner there if I was really pushing it. But even still, we're going to hit a little over 130 miles an hour on this front straight here. But you can see we already started to get a little bit of current limiting, so that was not even full power there. And that's, I'd say, sort of the main handicap of this new car. The old one, you could get a solid, 6-7 minutes at full power, and the new one here, it's looking more like about 90 seconds. So fortunately, the Mountain Pass Performance Wing Party Controller gives us a few opportunities here to, at least adjust that. But yeah, car's good. Just needs a little bit of tweaking. See you next time.
Okay, now it's time to look at some data. So we have our Motec workspace open here and the data collected from Chris's car at his Lime Rock day compared to data from Grid Life 2 years ago with our car. And you can see the new car has the colored traces, and we can see at the top the battery power. The next graph down is the axle torque for both the front and the rear. Then the next graph down, we have speed and the accelerator position. Then we have torque split, and finally the battery pack voltage. You can start off by noticing there's a huge difference in power with Chris's car at pretty much any speed. So we're usually in the area of 70 to 80 kilowatts of power, so over 100 horsepower more. And in terms of percentage, it's something like, let's do this real quick, 25% more power. So that is a lot. That is a big difference. Lime Rock is not a particularly power sensitive track. So even though we have 25% more power here, the speed and lap time difference is quite small. But at longer tracks with straightaways that start coming out of a hairpin, you're going to see massive lap time differences with these new cars. It's a big difference of power, and it carries up to a very high speed. The downside to that, of course, as you already know, is it means the battery overheats faster. So you really need to be able to get it done in one lap. And so from a driving perspective, that's going to take a lot of training, being able to get up to speed quickly, get the tires in the window quickly, and not over driving or making mistakes, because you're better off to leave 1 or 2 tenths on the table, or let's be realistic, 3 or 4 tenths on the table, than to try and get a perfect lap and then blow one corner and lose your chance for that entire session until you charge and cool the car down again. So great that the car's got more power, but it's the same battery, really challenging to drive. And that's one reason why lowering the power and just having a fun lapping day car is another option some people are considering. All right, guys, hope this was a bit insightful for you. That's about it, guys. Thank you so much to Chris for letting us come and, making his car available to test and tune and develop and 3D scan and do cutting wires and trying different things. So, it's awesome to see people that enthusiastic and passionate about the EV space and industry and making these things go fast. And we're super pumped that all the parts from our catalog seem to fit the new car. So yeah, if you have one, shoot us an email or a message and ask any questions you like. We're looking forward to seeing how fast we can go. We have Grid Life coming up in a couple weeks at Lime Rock. And Chris will be running his car. We'll have our old car there and be running the Model 3 Challenge spec. So it should be pretty fun. We'll have Kals running as well, and we'll have an update video for you about that shortly.